So, starting off our first map, going directly into, what's it called, coastline is it called, directly into our map ban between YBK on the blue side and Raptors eSport on the orange side. Raptors therefore with our first attack ban, and that ban is going to be our good and old beloved Sledge, actually going up the first as the first ban. I was expecting something like maybe Glass, maybe even Buck, Hibana, something. I wasn't expecting Sledge, really, seeing that you can maybe even achieve the same thing you can achieve with a Sledge with well, so many operators. With well, Buck is fairly quick in breaching everything. Well, Sledge being gone, you probably have to rely on Buck. Second ban for the attackers will be that Ying, so you can still rely on Buck, but those hard flashbangs from Ying will actually be missing from the fight. You need to actually take stun nades on, well, everyone else except, well, Ying and Sledge. Smokes, of course, after the latest patch for Ying, or the, well, not latest, but the first rework for Ying in the season, I think, completely gone. It's not that huge fiasco. The Maestro actually falling as our first defensive operator. So no Evil Eyes, no peeking through said or mentioned smokes, which is a pity, because seeing Maestros, well, you don't really see him do too much work too often, but if Maestro gets work done, especially with his LMG, it's always a blast to spectate that. But won't be happening this time. But we will also be missing the good old Valkyrie. Those 3 black eyes will be missing from the game completely. I actually, well, I've set up the operators ban wrong. Still on the wrong layout, but that shouldn't be too bad, should it? Still looking fairly well. So yeah, keeping that. It's a keeper, isn't it? Attacking first will be therefore YBK. Will be attacking onto both bars, Blue and Sunrise, against a Smoke, Mira, Frost, Castle, and Bandit. And we will take Buck, Ash, Thermite, Blackbeard, and Glass with us. Like I said, I expected Glass and Buck in the first ban. Seeing that Sledge is gone, you probably better off picking Buck. Well, we also bring an Ash on YBK, so on Sapster, so he can actually take down Wester's castle walls fairly easily. Well, without any effort, so should be worth the pick should be worth it. Thermite, the only hard breacher going in for YBK. Raptors, like I said, still on the Frost, will bring those bear traps out. And I'm interested to see how Paxton is going to utilize those. Because as soon as you know there's a Frost in your enemy team, you're very careful, and most of the time no one actually falls into those Frost traps. That's why Frost isn't picked all too often, but you see 1 or 2 Frost players here and there who actually do the work. I don't know if Flawless saw that first bear trap right away, but if he did, that is bad news, really. Wester on the castle upstairs already setting up just to protect the upstairs area. There's still 1 hedge, you need to be very careful with that. And the second one, well, into the neighboring room. That won't be too much harm. Penguin also upstairs as the smoke. And with that, we should be good to attack. Attacking from car park. Still Zibby completely alone on that Blackbeard. And we're slowly rushing in. Sapster shooting his first breaching round. Box right behind him. As the Thermite and Flawless just trying to do some damage on upstairs. will not be able to see anything till now. But they've got a drone in, and that drone will at least find 1 or 2 players that are already spotted right now. Penguin still behind the bar, needs to be very careful. Still behind him. Explosions coming in. Mr. Zapster coming in from behind, trying to, well, at least distract everyone from the shenanigans going up on front. Because there's 3 players actually going in. And one of those players brings the diffuser. Wester still upstairs, won't be able to do anything. Penguin getting the kill onto Tough Cheer, who will actually fall into one of those bear traps I talked about. Yes, of course, if you know where those bear traps are, you will easily destroy them. But there's a smoke over that bear trap. You won't be able to see that. Flawless at least getting the refrag onto Penguin, bringing it all down to a 4v4. He's got the diffuser. That diffuser will be will be planted right now. Jesus falling to the ground, needs to be picked up. Can at least call out where that diffuser will be planted, but there's still Mr. Zapster trying to find those enemy players coming downstairs. He will at least find 1 player. Fox in the meanwhile getting the kill with his Claymore. Mr. Zapster still very important in holding off everyone, but will be taken out by Pegspin. Pegspin and Schneider now in a 2v3. Will be taken out by Flawless. And this will be the first round for YBK. Beautiful place by Zibi. Was it Zibi? No, by Flawless on that glass. We actually got 3 kills, I think, that round. No, 2. It was 2 kills that round. But, well, he's got 1 down on that mirror as well. So I'm counting that as 3. 2 pretty nice headshots. We've seen that one in the end, which looked fairly promising. And with that, they are ready to go into our second round. Bringing the, well, same setup on the attacking side. A Jäger on the defensive side. And I think that should be it. Yeah, the Frost is out, but the Jäger's going in on Penguin. Well, actually, I said, yeah, it's 3 players still alive for YBK. And, well, it's something you need to worry about for Raptors. Because 3 players alive, that is not looking too good for yourself. But they played Bars, and Bars isn't the easiest to defend. Penta's Theater on the other side is something easier to play. Capital going out as the 6th pick for YBK, I think, on the Blackbeard. Yes, indeed. And the smoke still in the hands of Wester. So, Raptors now 1 round down, and they need to try to win that round back. It's possible to do that. It's just 1 round. It's able to still win a 4-1, but it's a hard thing to do, really. It's not the easiest game you want to have. You want to take the lead as early on as you can, and losing that first round, that's important. Jesus with that last shield right there on the bed. Will have some cover from the window behind him while he's on his Black Mirror right up front, trying to get everyone coming into VIP. And Schneider has the bandit already going downstairs. Off Geo, downstairs is the Bug. Will have some company with him. Schneider trying to get 1 kill through the wall. There's still 2 players behind him. Needs to be very careful, but is trying to manage. Fox seeing him with his drone. He's at least getting that drone taken care of. Still Flawless from upstairs, trying to find anyone as the glass. Off Geo, his drone right inside. Won't be able to see anyone till now. Someone's coming up front. That is Schneider, and Schneider will take some damage. Is now on 50 HP. He needs to be very careful. He's got Penguin right behind him. Penguin getting the first kill on Mr. Zapster at least. So Schneider staying lucky till now, because Mr. Zapster was trying to get behind him. So was Sibi, and Sibi finding that next necessary kill. He brings this all down to a 4v4, and this is still very possible for both sides. Raptors finding that next kill onto Flawless. And they know Zibi is still downstairs. Zibi getting out of there immediately, still staying alive for now. Fox from outside is the Thermite. Won't be able to see anything, but will actually drone in. And Geo also downstairs still. So is Penguin and Sunrise. Jesus knowing there's one player right on the window. Zibi already getting down. And now he's down on the ground floor. They could have heard that, and that is important information for Penguin. Because Penguin now knows he needs to be careful. There's one player on his floor. What he doesn't know is there's two players on his floor. And one fatal mistake can cost him his life. Penguin still very careful in Sunrise, not moving an inch. Well, he's moving now, but hasn't been moving an inch till then. He's trying to find those enemy players. Packspin taken out by Fox. Fox finding at least that kill for the 3-3. Wester still on half-life. Fox dropping behind him. And now it's a 2v3. Drop successful with this drop. And Penguin still far away from the side. Needs to rush to try and help Jesus a little bit. Jesus knowing where the thermite is, but there's still one player. He could have seen that bug on the window. Top Cheer falling to the ground. Jesus using that opportunity to reposition. Jesus on 1 HP. Fog also on 25. One shot and both are dead. Jesus finding that kill brings it all to a 2v1 for Zibi. Zibi now completely alone. Jesus is, well, first target to take out with one shot. Will find him, and now it's all down to Penguin. Penguin coming in from behind. Will be actually aimed at. He's on half of his health. But Zibi needs to plant the diffuser right now. He's running out of time. Diffuser planted. Penguin rushing in, trying to get that drop, and he will find that shot onto Zibi. Diffuser planted, but will be easily diffused by Penguin. And this will now be the 1-1. Penguin with an amazing play in the end to clutch the round out, finding 2 kills in the round and bringing us all to a 1-1. So, ground even up again. Raptors still staying in the game. YBK not getting a further lead on them. Still a promising round for, I'd say, both teams. Raptors able to get some picks and show what they are made of. Just trying to stay downstairs, finding every player. I think Penguin did a really good job of doing that. Schneider also tried to get some work done. Unfortunately for him, he got taken out immediately. Well, not immediately, but I think 1 minute into the round. Got his life saved once by Penguin, who then was very careful in what he was doing, but not too careful to lose the whole round. After that, well, a hard and forceful push in by YBK onto the side from upstairs, from the sides, showing that they can actually use multiple players to push in from multiple sides to get the job done. But they didn't get the job done good enough. They've gotten at least Jesus down to 1 HP, but they haven't actually gotten that kill. Well, they got it, but too late. And after that, in a 1v2, it's impossible for Zibi to actually win the 1v2 with the clock ticking against him. Still, that first round looked way more promising for YBK than that second round looked for Raptors. They had 3 players alive, mind you. Raptors had 1 player alive on half of his health. Now, again, going to the bars. The first round was on bars, and Raptors lost that, like I said, with 3 players alive in the enemy team. They need to be careful and not make the same mistake they did the last time again. Backspin still on that frost. It worked once. That first frost trap in the smoke worked wonders to get at least 1 kill done. But I think that player got picked up. No, he didn't. He got killed by Penguin as the smoke. But, well, it's only 1 trap, and I don't know if YBK is going to make the same mistake again. Mr. Sebster now as the bug, trying to rappel upstairs. There's no player upstairs except for Wester, who's still trying to find those enemy players coming in from downstairs. Penguin slowly getting downstairs again, trying to defend from there. And Sebster droning in, finding Wester at least. He's still trying to do some work from upstairs. Sebster now opening the first window. And the wall right behind him. Trying to allow, well, someone to at least find that alone castle. And someone would be Fox. Well, he's still looking downstairs, but who could also try to find the castle at least. Wester still staying alive. Trying to help Schneider a little bit, because Schneider's got 1 player on the balcony right in front of him. Won't be able to do anything till now, and Wester won't be able to see anyone. But he will get company soon enough. There's a buck dropping down. And that buck has smelled blood. And he wants to get that blood back. Sebster downstairs finding the mirror. Jesus. At least getting one shot done on him. Trying to see him while walking over. Sebster now on half of his health. Jesus getting some more work done, but won't find the kill for now. Fox trying to find anyone through the wall right here. Wester with the first kill on Flawless. Fox still staying alive, just waiting for one mistake. CB going in, finding the kill against Paxspin. Jesus on another kill. Wester then the second one onto Fox. Tough Geo at least getting Wester taken care of, but now it's a 2v3. Schneider still staying alive, being killed by Zibby. And Zibby and Tough Geo now in a 2v2, but Zibby on, well, 5 HP. Jesus still on his, 35. Penguin still on full health. Well, so is Tough Geo, but still not looking good for Zibby at that point. Jesus being careful on where those enemy players are coming from. Zibby careful not to make too much of a sound, not dying immediately. He needs to be alive for Tough Geo to still stay in a 2v2. Tough Geo's drone falling out. Dropping in from the aquarium to the office. And he's trying to find anyone 2A. Jesus finding the kill on Zibby. And now it's all down to Tough Geo. Tough Geo 1v2. What can he do? Penguin and Jesus could know where he is. He was fairly loud while dropping in. Well, and they know definitely that smoke was meant for Tough Geo. Concussion nades going in now. He needs to run through that smoke. Loses 25 HP while doing so. And he's got no time. He's got 3 seconds. He needs to be planting right now. And while planting, he will be pushed by Jesus. Shot through the wood. And Jesus finding that last kill on Tough Geo with an, fairly precise headshot through the wood, through the wall to get the round done. And just like that, Raptors actually are able to take this to a 2-1 with rounds that look more and more promising for them. To be honest, yes, that first round, it's not hard to look more promising than that first round with, 3 players alive in your enemy team. That second round was pretty close. In that third round, I felt like they had that round completely for them from the beginning. Like, they were the directors of that round. They were giving away the tempo, the rhythm, and, YBK just had to dance like they said they had to do. And like that, YBK lost that round, was, behind, I think, every time, player-wise. Always had one player less. I think had one player more at one point, but that player got taken out immediately. No, actually, Raptors had one player in front at one point, but that player got taken out immediately. That's Schneider in that 2v1. Actually, Wester and Jesus doing most of the work in that round. I think Wester on 2 kills. Jesus might have gotten 2 as well. I'm not sure. But he's gotten kills. And those kills are important. And those bring the 2-1 in for Raptors, who actually play this hugely different than the last time. They play this with, I think, 3 players upstairs. Just waiting on those enemy players to come in. The round before, they had Wester upstairs in pool. Just trying to find 1 or 2 players going in from that window. Wasn't the best idea they ever had, and they scrapped that idea immediately. They put 3 players up there, and with a change in heart on YBK's side, not going in from the side, but actually from up top, they were able to get 3 kills immediately and get the round done for them. Raptors therefore on a 2-1, taking the lead. Well, late into the game, but not too late, still in the first half. They're now trying to win the game altogether. Zibby now on that IQ, attacking the kitchen area. And Paxping on the castle, just waiting on anyone to peek through that door right away. And that one might as well be Zibby. Claimer set up. Just trying to find enemy players going from outside. And trying if he can maybe find one of those yokais, because the yokais on Wester are what, in my opinion, is the most dangerous thing to deal with for YBK. Because if the time is running low for them, and let's be honest, it did the last 2 rounds, Wester will do most of the work. Wester doesn't need to kill anyone. If he's got 1 yokai with 2 shots and 3 seconds left to go for YBK to plant that bomb, those yokais will do the trick just fine. Fire that off, delay the defuse for 3 seconds, and that round is won by Raptors. YBK needs to try and take care of Wester immediately, and Zepster is trying to do so. Wester finding that first kill on that buck. Zibi at least getting the refrag. Wester on 25 HP, Zibi still on full health. He knows there's still one player inside of his room. And that player... Oh, those players actually two. Trying to push him right now. Smoke's coming in. Will be taken care of by the ADS. Flawless as the glass getting the kill on Wester. He's on half of his health, so Wester gets some work done, but that echo is actually missing. So no one's here to actually try and get those yokais and try and delay the diffuser for some time. Those yokais are still there to try and get some information, but that information might not do too much for you. Because that delaying strategy is still something that's strong, especially against a team like YBK, who depended on the last 3 seconds in the last, well, 2 rounds actually. 3v2 right now. There's some shenanigans going upstairs. Now they're trying to get 1 kill through the kitchen window. Won't be able to do so till now. Toftio getting that frag onto Schneider. Jesus still staying alive in the supply room. Peckbin right there with him in service. Zibi finding that next kill. Jesus will fall. And now it's all down to Peckbin. Peckbin at least getting Fox. Will be greeted by the next player. Diffuser already planted. Peckbin still in a 1v3 and will be found by Zibi, who will bring this to the 2-2. So Raptors not taking the round too far, not taking their win advantage to a 2-round lead. It's still a 2-2, it's still a draw on both sides. And that round looked promising again for YBK. Just like the first round we've seen with, I think, 3 players alive. Might even have been 4, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm pretty sure I am mistaken. Still, 3 players alive is shocking for Raptors to deal with. Because Raptors wasn't able to have such a strong round win. Like I said, Raptors seemed like they had the last round in the bag from the beginning on. This round from YBK, I had that feeling stronger than I had that for Raptors the last time. YBK just went in, got the kills necessary, went out with a win. If they can do this one last time in Penta's Theater, they bring this to the 3-2 and, well, basically win the first half with, well, at least the lead. A 1-round lead, mind you, but a lead is still a lead. Penta's Theater now the last defense for Raptors. They bring the Jäger, the Mira, the Castle, and the Legion this time. Haven't seen a Legion by Wester before, I think. Maybe one time. I'm not too sure. Like, something inside me tells me, well, we have seen a Legion, but I can't point it down to anything. Still, on the opponent's side, the Glass, Blackbeard, Lion, Thermite, and Zephyr. And I'm saying still, the Lion is completely new. Haven't seen Mr. Zepster on the Lion before. He was on the Buck, if I'm not mistaken, which in that case I know for sure I'm not. Mr. Zepster was playing as a Buck, is now playing as the Lion, and they are now trying to win over Penta's Theater. They weren't able to do this the first time. Maybe the Lion is actually what they need to win this side right now. Penguin as the Jäger still downstairs, doing the same thing he did the last time, together with Schneider, who's also on his way to the kitchen while he's still in the entrance. Penguin and Sunrise. Bibby, the Blackbeard, trying to find any one of his enemy players. Lester and Jesus alone on the side. Well, Paxman's also there, but he won't be able to do anything too well against Zibi right here on the window. Zibi already in a dangerous position, but he's just the Blackbeard, so only his head is exposed. He won't be in harm's way anytime soon. Mr. Zepster getting some damage, taking some damage. Penguin taking that first kill from behind, bringing this to a 5v4, make that a 4v4. Zibi finding that next kill on Wester. So that Legion will be taken care of, well, 1 minute into the round, which means he will only be able, he was only able to place, what, three or four Legion Mines. Which isn't too much. So, wow. Yeah, that Legion not utilized to his full potential. Which is kind of sad for Raptors, because Legion can do some good for them. But he won at this point. Penguin still on Sunrise. Schneider. I'm pretty sure you call him Schneider. Still upstairs as the bandit. Flawless being actually blown in. Jesus finding that first kill against Fox. That's actually the Thermite going down. And now Flawless as the Glass finding that mirror on Jesus. Will use his smoke, but there's still one player behind him. It's Schneider. Schneider not trying to get up front. And he won't be able to do anything at all, because there's still a castle barricade in front of him. Flawless now on his way to the side. Zibi and Flawless in a 2v3. Jäger also being spotted. Penguin still on half of his health. And Paxpin as the castle still staying alive behind a mirror window. Paxpin already downstairs. Probably trying to find 1 or 2 kills from downstairs. He won't be able to do that for now. Paxpin being shotted, still staying alive. Zibi and Flawless now on half of their health. Schneider still not doing any work, still staying far behind. Coming in from now, right in front of Flawless, getting that knife in. Schneider getting that last kill. Actually, the first kill for him in the match completely on the Glass with a knife. And with that beautiful kill, we will go into the second half. 3-2 for Raptors, who at least take the lead. First half done. Raptors taking the lead in the last round, basically. They had it before, now they are definitely taking it for sure. Question is if they can keep that lead till the end. Because if they can't, well, not looking too good for them. Obviously. YBK, Panthers Theater defense. I wasn't too sure about the defense on Raptors' side. Like, some rounds were looking pretty shaky, if I do say so myself. YBK could do a better job, and if they are able to do a better job, this might go to their win in that second half. Question is, how good is YBK in defending? How good is Raptors in attacking? I'm fairly certain to say that the defense side on Raptors could use some work, but the defense we've seen look pretty well. Like, if the defense worked, it worked very well. Like the second bars defense, for example, the first launch defense. Wasn't a thing of beauty, of course, seeing that nothing's a thing of beauty, meaning completely perfect, but they did their job, and they did it well. Well enough to win the round. Well enough to be in a 1-round lead. And the defending side. We are going to see the Rook, the Mira, the Legion, the Bandit, and the Smoke. So not too far off of the defense on Raptors. YBK just switching out that Jäger with a Rook on Flawless for that ACOG on the MP5. Going to find anyone going in from outside. He won't be able to do that for now. Still staying alive. Raptors, on the other hand, will be attacking with the Lion Doka AB combo. Will bring out Zephyr, Capitao, and Thermite. It's the last 3 players. We've seen the Lion on YBK's side, but we haven't seen YBK playing Doka AB. Jesus now getting that Doka AB plays out for Raptors. Attackers of Loki. Trying to go in, and they are fairly quick with their charge in. Problem for them is they don't bring any anti-utility. So they will have a hard time against that Bandit, actually. Schneider using his charge well, to at least get a kill hole down at the bottom of the floor. How much this is going to do for them? Probably nothing, seeing that there's no one behind them. But it's a fair effort to at least try and get 1 or 2 kills onto them. Flawless, seeing one player, won't be able to take him out for now. Tio on net, Smoke. While Schneider will actually take out the Bandit on Fox. Mr. Sebster still outside with his SMG on the Legion. Comes 1 or 2 points in time where you actually see the shotgun. This is not one of those. Zibby trading in Penguin for a 3v3. Jesus still staying alive in the hallway. Wester jumping into the bathroom. And from outside, Mr. Sebster on the Legion finding the kill on Schneider. Wester falling to the ground. And now Jesus in a 1v3 if he can't pick up Wester right there. Mr. Sebster still staying alive as the Legion will actually need to reload. So Jesus will take him out. But now Jesus' position is completely known. And he's in a 1v2. Wester still laying on the ground. Half of his time completely gone. Logic Bomb coming out. Smoke dropping in for Jesus. With that, he's able to go through and take care of Wester. Wester now alive, and this is a 2v2, but Tofchio being able to find that kill on Jesus. And now Wester with 25 HP in a 1v2. And if he can't win this round, this will be the 3-3. Zibby, the last player alive, with the headshot onto Wester. Wester at least making an effort to bring this to a 1v1. But Zibby staying alive till the end, bring this to the 3-3. And just like that, YBK still staying in this, bring this to a draw. It's like Raptor, like I said with that Raptor, it was a shaky defense really. Like till the end, that 1v2 could have still be won by, was Jesus? No, Wester. Could still have been won by Wester at that point. It wasn't, which is lucky for YBK, but it could have been. Kitchen service entrance now going in for YBK. They switch in the Vigil and the Echo for the Mira and someone else. And they actually bring the Jäger as well. So, well, 3 new operators for YBK. 1 new operator we haven't seen this whole match. Blackbit, OKB, Glass, Hibana, and Thermite going in for Raptors. And I'm pretty sure we haven't seen that Hibana for YBK in the attack. Lion actually missing, switched in with the Blackbeard. And, well, West on Hibana. Oh, is the Lion switched in with Hibana? I think it might be. I think we've seen the Blackbeard, but we have definitely not seen the Hibana. So Lion switched in with that Hibana. Flawless on the Jäger trying to secure the service entrance. And it's again Zibby on the Echo, who might do the most work for YBK, because if this is going down to the last seconds like the last round did for Raptors, those Echo drones will again save your 3 ladders? I think it's 3 ladders. I'm German, cut me some slack, but I don't know what you call that in English. So, Mr. Sebster upstairs as the Vigil, trying to find anyone maybe going in. He's trying to get out there. He is out there, but he's not finding anyone detected, but still safe inside. So now Mr. Sebster in the penthouse, trying to make work with what he's actually got. Fox right behind him on that Bandit, and Flawless also getting upstairs right now.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Penguin still downstairs trying to rappel up. That should be heard by Mr. Sebster. He's actually turning around, so I'm guessing that was heard. Upstairs now the Blackbeard. Fox now down on the ground. Jesus will take him out. Bring this to a 4v5. Entry frag for Raptors. And they just need to try and work with that. Jesus drone taken care of by probably Mr. Sebster. That has well been Flawless because he was the only one moving. So it's probably him. And there's still the Echo drone, the Yokai, on Zibby, who's now getting pressure by that Hibana. 1 charge already gone through. Zibi getting pressure by the second charge, trying to do some work through those holes. Won't find anyone till now. Paxbin getting that next kill, but will be taken out by Mr. Sebster. Schneider, Penguin actually. Sorry, Schneider being picked up again, but Jesus falling to the ground by Mr. Sebster, who's upstairs getting some work and actually finding that diffuser, and that is the most important thing for YBK in that round so far, because now Mr. Sebster needs to be pushed in a 1v3. There's no one up there to help Mr. Sebster, but he can try to pick up Schneider and pick up maybe a second kill in the meantime. This is looking good for YBK, because if Mr. Sebster can do the work with, well, maybe even a yokai drone for his help, he will be able to, well, at least bring this to a 2v2. But Wester will find that kill as the Ibana with the headshot. I haven't even seen him in that kill cam, or in Sebster's point of view. But Sebster falling to the ground, Zibi also lying down, and now Tofchio in a 1v3. Is he? Yes, he definitely is. 1v3 for Tofchio. Wester will pick him out immediately. And so we will go into the 3-4. Raptors actually finding the next round. Like that, YBK still one round behind. 13 kills on Zibi. My god, he's a machine. He's a complete machine. No one else has even gone over that 10 kill mark. No one in his team has even gone over that 5 kill mark. And he's up there chilling on the 13. I'd say that no one in the whole game will actually get up to his standard. Till the end, we will see him alone being top fragger of the whole game. But, well, don't know if that will stay till the end, because there's still the possibility of him not getting any kills and Jesus getting 2, or Wester getting 2 aces. Well, 1 would be enough to at least get the 13. So, attack into kitchen and service entrance, and Wester picking that fuse. Trying to do some damage from upstairs, probably. Which is, for YBK, the most important focus point right now. Because they know there's a fuse in the enemy team. He probably won't be able to get any work done from the sides. And he probably won't even try, maybe one charge. But most of his pressure will come from upstairs. And if he plays with it well enough, that pressure will lead to multiple players charging in from the side. And with the pressure from upstairs and the side taken care of, well, I don't see YBK winning the round. So now for Raptors, they should know that YBK will probably play this from upstairs like Sebs is right now, like they did the last time. Sexter very successful in doing so, but not finding the necessary kills. If they can do the work from upstairs and keep the upstairs area for themselves, they might be able to then win this round. Diffuse actually on that shield. Sebster hearing him behind, below him. Sebster getting in, finding that first kill onto Wester. Jesus at least getting the refrag, but this is a 4v4 without the main focus point for Raptors in the round, because they will lose that fuse completely. Doesn't mean they are going to lose the round, but they probably need to immediately switch up their whole attacking strategies. Also bringing up the Twitch on Penguin. Haven't seen the Twitch before, so two completely new operators. English is hard. Penguin directly below a yokai, trying to find one player through the wall, getting his shock drone out to at least get some scouting done. And Jesus charging in. Penguin getting hit by that yokai. He won't be pushed, but needs to be careful. Flawless from downstairs. He's got 1 kill, trying to find anyone coming in. And Zibi still on that Echo Drone. Logic Bomb coming out. That Echo Drone will do some work. Tofchio finding that kill onto Jesus. will be pushed by, I think that should be the glass on Paxpin. Will go in and will be taken care of by Toftier, looking the complete wrong direction. And with a leap directly over the barricade, the wall in front of him, while he's loud enough for Toftier to know I can peek up right now, and I will probably find one play and maybe even the kill. Toftier finding the kill, and now a 3v4. Schneider from upstairs, he's trying to find anyone with his exothermic charges. Penguin still staying alive, but he's down a quarter of his health. Schneider from upstairs, he's got well an open floor right below him. With that floor he won't be able to see anyone till now. Penguin coming around the corner. Toftier just waiting for Penguin to move. But at least find that first camera and try and open the wall. Still Toftier staying alive. Penguin directly behind him. Around the corner, going in. Toftier finding that headshot, and now it's all down to Schneider. Schneider in a 3v1. Zebi still on that echo, even if he makes it in there to try and plant that diffuser, he won't be able to do that he won't be able to at least plant the diffuser because there's still that yokai. Round 1 for YBK, because the time's not enough for him. And just like that, we are in a 4v4. Thing is, Raptors is doing huge mistakes in their, or having huge flaws in their complete attacking strategies. Because they are trying to, they are taking too long to get on the site. They are just standing behind watching for like, well, 2 minutes 30, and that is not enough time to get in there and plant the diffuser, especially if you lose every one of your player. You need to have 2 players to plant that diffuser, because even in a 1v1, if you need to plant the diffuser, you are not going to win. Because you won't be able to look around yourself, and if the time's over and you are trying to still plant that diffuser, if you're getting pushed, there's nothing you can do. You need to plant that diffuser. You can't stop planting that diffuser to try and get a kill, because as soon as you let go of that button, you are going to lose the round. In most cases, probably the F-bomb. So, next round. 4v4, 4-4, right now the score. And both of them still, both teams still able to win this as a whole. Thing is, we have seen both teams only taken a 1-round lead. So this is probably going into overtime. Jäger, Mira, Legion, Bandit, Smoke going in for Lounge Theater. Twitch, Dokebi, Zephyr, Blackbeard and Thermite going in for the attackers. Toftier has the Smoke, got Fox right behind him. Flawless still has the Jäger, and Zibi trying to make use of his Mira windows. Pretty standard Mira window positioning right there between Theater and Lounge. Penta is not Lounge. Question is, will it do too much? Toftier trying to help, at least with the walls. No one actually peeking outside as far as I know. No, Mrs. Hepster did. He's at least getting some damage against Jesus. So Jesus now, well, losing 10 HP. Paxpin running in, trying to find the defensive strategies of his enemy team. In the attacking side, Raptors bring at least a Twitch with them, so they've got the anti-utility. They don't bring a Thatcher, but they've got the Twitch. This time Schneider, if he's lucky, if Penguin survives and both of his drones survives, they might be able to get at least one exothermic charge on the wall and try and get through to the penthouse. If not, this might be some hard side to attack. Flawless being spotted by Jesus' drone. That drone will not fall right now, but Flawless will move out of that room. Jesus now jumping through. Finding no one till now. Jesus on the Dokebi, still on the drone, still seeing no one. But Wester picking up that first kill against Zibi, and if you remember correctly, Rainbow Six is tabbing out of the game. If you remember correctly, he was the one player with the most kills, 13 kills on Zibby. Zibby now falling doesn't mean they've lost the round, but it's a huge hit for Raptors. YBK now also one man down. Schneider still staying alive, still trying to make a small hole. No, actually trying to open up the wall. Fox nowhere near to actually try and bend a trick that exothermic charge that will go through, and with that they've got one safe way to get onto the side. Still Fox from behind could try and charge in to get one kill. Won't actually do that till now. Toftio setting up some smokes to at least take care of that hole. And just like that, he's got no smokes left. That mirror window right beside him, that will actually drop down, and there's a fear on Paxpin. At least shooting some grenades out. Fox finding one kill, actually coming from behind, taking out Jesus. Flawless getting Mrs. Sepster getting the next kill on Penguin. Schneider getting the kill on Sepster, and Flawless as the Jäger trying to charge in. Diffuser already planted, half of the time completely gone. Paxpin, Schneider getting the last 2 kills, and now it's all down to Fox. Fox in a 1v3 knows at least what one player is, but that's not enough to win the round completely. Fox now half of his health. Schneider getting his 5-7 out to find the last kill, and with that Raptors will take the match point for them. Question is, can they win the next round? Because the match point is good and all, but they still need to win one round to secure that first map, to secure Coastline in a 6 for victory. After that, we will definitely go to Consulate. Question is, will Raptors stay in the lead, or will YBK at least be able to get an overtime out there? 4-5 already. And with another Pentas Theater defense, YBK bringing up the Smoke, Legion, Bandit, Mira, and Ela. The thing is, the Twitch Thermite combo worked so well for Raptors. If YBK can't take care of, well, the Twitch drone or the Thermite, that whole attacking strat will definitely take place again. And with that, Raptors will just charge through that wall, plant the diffuser. And what are you going to do at that point? Because defending that diffuser is way easier than actually defending the side. And the way they did attack the side the last time, they got in there without even being noticed. Yes, they definitely had the exothermic charge. Would have been interested if they didn't. But, well, if you're actually losing, or if that exothermic charge goes out and you've got all your players in the theater, the Thermite will just run in, try and plant right there where the ground is actually opened up right now. So with the ground opened up, this is a completely different story, because I'm pretty sure they didn't have that last time. They switch up the Bandit for a mute. But there will be one player in the service entrance trying to get a kill from downstairs. I guarantee that. I hope I can guarantee that, because it definitely looks like that. And that should pull through if they can manage. Flawless, still upstairs. I'm guessing Mr. Sepstar Flawless, one of those 2 players, will jump downstairs to try and find that missing, that last kill on probably the glass till now, since he's the one with the diffuser. But I'm guessing it's probably someone else, because, well, why would you use that glass to plant the diffuser? You can just throw a smoke on there, give that diffuser to the Zephyr or Thermite or anyone else. Plant that diffuser and the glass watches you back through the smoke. Like that, there's no one that can surprise you while attacking, because he won't be able to see you, seeing that you are in the smoke. And this is looking interesting. And, well, Paxpin will be able to see anyone coming through that smoke, obviously. Wester finding that first kill on Sepster. Brings us all to a 4v5. The Legion already being taken care of. Flawless still waiting upstairs on anyone to push him. Penguin losing that first run. Well, not completely, but needs to pick it up, or at least get that mute gemma taken care of. Jesus on the DOKB already taking VIP lounge,
Located a bomb.
which isn't something you really want to deal with as YBK, because VIP lounge is the most important attacking strategy, or the most important anchor point for Raptors right now. Wester slowly making his way through, getting the headshot onto Flawless. Wester, a beast. Just no scoping through the wall like it's no problem. And that's the first kill taken care for, the second kill taken care for Raptors. And like that, we are in a 3v4, 5 actually, which is incredibly hard to win for YBK, but still possible. Still, if they can do this, this is a 1 round for Raptors, and it's still looking like that. Zebi still staying alive, Wester getting his next claimer out, Paxman on the ground trying to find a kill through the smoke, Zebi trying to find anyone through over his mirror window, Tofchio jumping in, jumping down, and now this is where they try to utilize that open floor. Still, Zebi falling, Fox still alive. It's the only one directly on the side. They've got Tofchi still down below. Fox taking huge damage. He's now on 25 HP. I don't know if Tofchi is going to be able to do his work. Still, Fox falling, and Tofchi needs to be able to do that work. But the diffuser being planted completely above him. Tofchio not able to actually see where that diffuser is going to be planted, and now he's in a 1v5 and needs to find that diffuser. Logic bomb coming through. He will be hurt, and like that, he shouldn't be able to win this round at all. He's got one player behind him, one in front of him. Schneider will come in front, will be taken care of by Tofchio, but will actually fall by Schneider as well. So 4-6, Wester actually getting up to Zibi's kill count, up onto the 13. And like that, this will be the first map going in for Raptors eSports. Going onto our second map, let me just quickly turn that off. Going onto our second map, onto Consulate, our two teams with the 1 round lead for Raptors. I should probably tell you that Raptors now in blue. Round for Raptors, and still no round for YBK, or map for YBK, should I say. Well, it's the best F2. YBK still has 1 map to try and draw this out. For that, they need to win Consulate. Raptors go in as the attackers first. Will be banning Blackbeard. Ying for YBK, and Blackbeard for Raptors out. And well, with that, that's our 2 attacking operators gone. Meaning, Ying and Blackbeard out of the game isn't the easiest way to, or isn't the best thing to actually lose. But okay, it's out there. Valkyrie going for the defenders. What was I saying? I was thinking about something completely different while talking about this attacking bans. Ying and Blackbeard being out. Well, Blackbeard is for Consulate. Seeing that you mostly try and rappel up, Blackbeard is one of those choices that hurts the most. Ying always hurts, because you always want to have those strong flashbangs. Valkyrie, Mira, our second operators out of the game, aren't the best for the defenders, because that's 2 huge defending operators gone. Valkyrie with 3 cameras. We haven't seen her the last game because she was banned as well. And Mira is always important. You always want to have 1 Mira on your side. Well, but she's the target of many bans. Stop Mira abuse. Mira's out, Valkyrie's out, and with that the defenders will resolve to Smoke, Jäger, Alibi, Bandit, and Legion for Garage Cafeteria. On the attacking side, Twitch, DOKB, Thermite, Zephyr, and the Hibana on Wester. And like that, Raptor is trying to attack. Fox on that Jäger. All Jäger, Bandit, Smoke, all those operators you see often. your basic operators alibi something else that could be interesting, seeing that with those prismas you immediately see where your enemies are at. What I am going to find interesting is who's going to roam. Probably, like always, Toftio. But thinking that Consulate is one of those maps you can easily roam on, because every single room has 2 floors below him, or 1 floor above. You get the gist. There's always 3 floors, well, above each other, which is perfect for roamers, because that means you can easily outmove your enemy by moving below or above him and try to switch positions and try and attacking from behind, which you easily can do with roamers, seeing, well, you're mostly not hurt because you have 3 speed and you're quick, of course. Zibby now as alibi trying to get 1 kill outside. He of course got his MX4 Storm. I'm saying of course, but I have seen games without that. 1 player already spotted by that first Prisma. I won't be taken out by Zibby. Interesting idea from Zibby to plant all those Prismas on the southern side of the building and then just try to utilize that Prismas to try and get a spawn peek on his enemies. Don't see those plays too often. Zibby now spotted by a drone, needs to be out there fairly quick. He's got 1 player right on the window. Not too sure who that player is, but that player is trying to do something with him. He will stay safe for now. Jesus on the Doge already inside. Trying to find those players, and he could have seen Zibby right there. Zibby on the ground will now be standing up. Jesus is coming right from behind, finding that kill on Zibby right away. 5v4. Jesus now on the staircase. For Schneider, the possibility to at least try and get through the wall. Jesus finding that next kill on Flawless. Schneider using the now destroyed batteries to breach through that next wall. Mr. Seps, there's a smoke, still alive in the inside of the garage. Got the thermite right in front of him, but won't be able to do too much against him. Fox still up on the 2nd floor, actually on the top floor, finding the kill against Jesus. Seps is still staying alive on 25 HP, needs to be careful. Toftio isn't in the best position to help him, but Schneider's in the best position to take him out. Quick headshot to the head, quick shot to the head of course, and Fox will fall. Toftio now down quarter of his health. 1v4 for him. 1 player already inside the garage, 2 players coming from the staircase. He's at least finding Paxpin. Paxpin will fall. Wester will take him down with another shot and bring this all to a 1-0 for Raptor. We'll take the first round and leave YBK in another predicament, seeing that they are now again 1 round behind like the last time. Raptors now able to snatch the lead, trying to secure that lead more and more. They've got 1 round, they are trying to bring this to 2 rounds or more. Jesus on the Doke AB. Again, he did huge plays in Doke AB, getting inside the Consulate early on, trying to find the alibi on Zibby. He actually did, and he found a 2nd kill on the Bandit. Finding 2 anti-frags immediately into the round is important for Raptor. Seeing that, well, with that, they are actually able to pick up the whole round completely and are immediately in a 5v3. No matter what happens, how many trades there are going to be for YBK, the chance that you are going to have more players at the end of the round is infinitely higher. Not infinitely, but much higher.
Attackers need to locate
Now,
and defuse bombs.
another attacking round. Again, garage cafeteria. YBK losing the first round here already. But seeing how things were going like the last round or 2, well, YBK might still be able to get that round away from the hands of Raptors, because on Coastline, we've seen 1 round YBK, 1 round Raptors, 1 round Raptors, 1 round YBK. We've just seen 1 2-round lead, and that was at the end, where Raptors were able to get the 6-4 win. Other than that, we've always seen the, what was it, the draw a 1-round lead by, well, mostly Raptors actually. In the beginning, YBK. G as the Legion still trying to set up. Zibi is Alibi up there on the first floor. Would probably call that ground floor, but like, it's like the first floor from the ground up. I'm not going to call that ground floor because it's the first floor. Theoretically, that's, but you know what I mean. Well, enough of the shenanigans against languages in general. Fox getting outside as the Jäger will be seen by the whole enemy team. That's immediately perfect for Paxton, who's just waiting outside for Fox to show himself. Logic Bomb now going in. Fox will be hurt. Has got Zibi with him. He's also trying to get around Paxton. He's now opening up the windows. Trying to find the shot onto Zibi. Zibi now trying to stay alive. He at least knows where that enemy player is, but he won't find him till now. Paxton on 25 HP, Zibi on 50. Both still staying alive, but Zibi will now fall by Penguin. Penguin coming from behind. Zibi will fall, but there's still Fox down on the second floor. Who knows, there's 2 players with him, and he's at least trying to find those 2 players. Still 1 minute 30 to go, and Raptors are slowly losing track of the time. But they are getting things done. They've gotten 1 kill, and they now know where Fox is at. Wester finding that next kill. Penguin and Paxton completely alone upstairs against Fox, who's still staying alive and delaying them for a little bit longer. Tofchi and Mr. Sebster downstairs, trying to at least help the side while Fox is in his own predicament. 5v3 or 5v2 if you don't count Fox in with the 2 players on the side. Don't know, yeah, Paxton and Penguin just left. Paxton and Penguin just left, and like that, Tofchi is completely alone. Tofchi is in a 1v5, and this probably isn't doable for him. And if he's dead, yeah, which is going to happen right now, Fox will now be in a 1v5 as well. Diffuser already planted right now. Thank you. And Fox completely alone. 1v5 shouldn't be possible for him to do. And this should be the 2-0. What went wrong for YBK in that run? They had Raptors against them, immediately attacking the first floor, however you want to call it. Fox completely alone, at least getting 1 kill, delaying this for a little bit longer, but he's getting pushed from 2 sides, and he's now on 25 HP. Getting pushed from behind, Wester will find that last kill. 2-0 now for Raptors. What went wrong? They had 2 players upstairs in, on, well, the second floor. Trying to hold up there, trying to hold as long as possible. Thing is, if you're getting pushed by 2 players while you're upstairs, chances are you are not going to make it. In that case, yeah, YBK wasn't able to make it. 1 player dying, the other one being hold off as long as possible. With another kill by Wester, this normally 3v5 quickly turns into a 2v5 because Fox is still upstairs with no way of getting downstairs. He doesn't know that the 2 players that were attacking him are already on their way downstairs. And like that, with 2 players downstairs, 3 players already attacking there, this, well, normally 5v3 turns into a 5v2, which is just completely impossible to win. Fox completely alone after the 5v1 for, was it Zibi? I'm not sure. Was lost by Zibi. Turns into a 5v1 by Fox. 2 5v1s? Nah. Give me 1 team that's able to win that. So, YBK losing 2 rounds in the basement and the garage and cafeteria. Now immediately moving to meeting room consul's office. And they are trying to win this with a point change. If they are switching positions, maybe they are able to snatch just 1 round off. And that little room there in the wall just gives me the throwbacks to season 1.
10 seconds remaining.
With that huge bug where it just sat behind a a shield and got pushed into that wall. Which probably not the most, not many players know about, seeing that it's Season 1 and 2. Didn't think eSport was around at that point. No, it definitely was. I think it even wasn't. I think it even was in the beta, not even in Season 1. So, of course, no one knows. Was the most game-breaking glitch I have ever seen. Backspin now, well, except for glitches that literally break the game. Backspin now as the Zephyr trying to move in from the outside. Mr. Sebster as the Jäger finding that first drone, at least taking care of that, but his position is now completely known. Fox still in administration, alone, getting shots his way. No, he's not alone, he's got Flawless with him. Question is, what can Flawless do to help him out there? First window's open. The JKAB on Jesus now slowly droning in. Fox will at least be spotted. Penguin making his way to the first window. Jesus taking some damage by a Legion Mine. Still staying alive. Mr. Sebster now waiting on anyone to push him right here. Zebi still staying alive as the smoke, finding no one at all. Well, and with 1 minute 30 already completely out of the game, Raptors slowly need to try and do something to take the game. Jesus coming in from behind on his logic bomb, but Tofchio coming down from downstairs, finding that kill on Jesus. Flawless finding the next one against Snyder. Mr. Sebster still alive as the Jäger, and this immediately a 3v5 will be a hard one to win by Raptors. Can they still turn this around? Theoretically, yes. In practice, probably not. Penguin out on the balcony. Paxbane finding that first kill against Zibi, trying to see a second one. Wester is the Barner trying to find one kill through the wall. Penguin losing his second round, probably. Of Chio still on 25 HP. 4v3, at least something a little bit more doable for Raptors. But they've got 40 seconds and they need to go in. Wester finding the next kill. Scepter at least getting the kill against Paxbin taken care of. And still holding the A side. Tofchio will fall. Fox and Mr. Sebster are the last two players alive. Fox close to Wester and Wester now in a 1v2. He knows where Fox is. Fox slowly coming in from behind. But the diffuser on the ground that was already spotted by Mr. Sebster.
15 seconds left.
15 seconds and he needs to get to that diffuser. Probably won't be possible to do so because he will immediately be hurt. He's now on that diffuser but running directly in front of Mr. Sebster, who will take care of that last kill and bring the 2-1 into the hands of YBK. YBK now standing a little bit more closer to Raptors. Still a 1-round lead, but something YBK can easily take care of. Thing is, they've won 1 round, and that round in Consul's meeting. They are now going back to Garage Cafeteria. If they can't win Garage Cafeteria at all, they've lost it 2 times. If they are going to lose it 2 more times, this will be the 4-1, because they can switch to Consul's office again to at least dodge the last round Cafeteria Garage. They, well, at least can try and switch to some spot, but like, what's the only side that's still left for you? Yeah, thought so. So now you're probably better off picking Garage Cafeteria, even if that won't work for 2 rounds in a row. Picking the main entrance will probably just be a slaughter by Raptors, which it normally is. Not for Raptors, but the attacking team, if it is in fact main entrance. Mr. Sebster, now it's the Legion. Another question is this the 3rd time that YBK is going to make the Garage mistake? Or are they going to at least snatch that Garage play away from Raptors and bring this all to a draw? Because if they can't the best thing they are going to achieve is a 3-2. If they can still win this, they might be able to get the lead into the second half. If they lose the next 2 rounds, of course, this will be the 4-1. For Raptors, this half is already not looking all too bad, because no matter what they do, the worst thing that can happen is a 1-round lead by YBK. Flawless upstairs as Vigil. He's got meeting room in his hands. He's got one hill towards the main entrance. Like I said, I'm nearly certain that no one is going to come through that main entrance. Backspin as the sledge. Actually, Schneider as the thermite towards that main entrance. He's not actually trying to go through there, but, well, he could try. Wester finding that lesion. That's Mr. Sepster immediately falling. Flawless still upstairs. Will get taken out by Jesus on the Dokeabi. 5v3, and I think there's still one player upstairs. That will be Fox. Zibi at least getting the kill against Penguin done. Will immediately run downstairs. And now it's all down to Fox. He's the only player not on the side. Is he? Yes, he is. Fox in a... well, 1v4 at that point. 1v1 if you take every player on the second floor. But again, the same scenario. You've got Fox completely cut off of the rest of the team. Zibi also not in the best position to help Tough Geo. You could easily get cut off again. Tough Geo still staying alive. Zibi getting upstairs. Jesus. A little bit louder. Fox dropping downstairs. Zibi finding the Dokeabi on Jesus. But Tough Geo will be taken care of. Paxman will kill himself with his own grenade. Fox now, the player dropped downstairs from the second floor, will find the ban on Wester, but Wester will strike back, find that last kill on Fox. And Schneider with the kill on Zibi brings this to the 3-1. Raptors still looking pretty good in their own skin. And pretty certain of winning this whole second map and bring this to a 2-1. Consulate still in their hands. 3-1, they've got a 2-round lead. The worst they can do is a 1-round lead. The best they can do is a 3-round lead. And if you are actually going to be able to pick up a 4-1 against yourself, well, I don't know where I'm going with this, but what I'm trying to say is it's hard. You're probably not going to be able to do so. Still interested to see if YBK is going to be going to pick that up. It's a long way to go, but possible. Flawless picking the pulse. They've got the dog on Zibi. Still here, on Zapster. Lobby press room now going out for YBK. They've did that garage mistake 3 times now, and they are now switching off to the only side they've got left, to lobby press room, which I've already said something about that. This will probably be a slaughter for Raptors, because defending that side, if you can't defend garage, but if you but can defend the lobby, don't know what you've done wrong with garage actually. But okay, they are trying, and if they can pick that up, this will be amazing. Probably. Fox now on the Jäger, trying to secure his position upstairs.
10 seconds left before insertion.
It's going to be the same thing actually, isn't it? With one player setting up here, getting trying to find anyone coming through the main entrance. Question is, will there be anyone coming through the main entrance? 2 players now completely upstairs, 1 player completely downstairs, and I'm looking for the... oh, Zibi and Zepster actually both on the side. Okay, haven't seen Zibi. Backspin trying to get through to administration. Fox on the Jäger still waiting there. He's playing that side like I think every round. This might be the second time this will work, if this is going to work. Fox waiting on Backspin to charge through. Backspin trying to get a kill on his teammate. Flawless getting the C4 on Jesus. Fox on Backspin. And just like that, in my opinion, slaughter for Raptors immediately got turned around to a 3v4 in favor of YBK. Wester finding another kill.
Drone going out.
E1D coming out. He will be hurt by the player to his side. Question is, who is that player and when is that player going to charge out? Flawless on the pulse.
Attackers have located
Slowly
a bomb.
making his way around. Wester at his back. Both have their back turned to each other. Wester now slowly going up the stairs. Thing is, he could have seen his heartbeat right there. 2v3, Penguin getting the next kill onto Fox. So now he's in administrations and slowly trying to secure the second floor. Thing is, there's still tough cheer on the Legion. But even if he dies there, bringing this to a 2v2 is possible. And helps his team out immense. Tough cheer still staying alive. Penguin trying to make his way around. Schneider alright, also coming in from downstairs. Will run into the first U. But is staying alive for now. Flawless trying to see if he can maybe get a kill from downstairs. Or at least tell Tough Cheer where he's got to expect his enemies from. Till now this where will be a nowhere. Tough Cheer still staying alive. Problem for Penguin and Schneider is they are taking their time. And that isn't good because they don't have unlimited time. They've got 35 seconds from now on. They need to do something and they need to do that soon. Penguin now found by that first yokai will still take down Sebster. Sebster down. This is a 2v2. Schneider coming in from upstairs. There's still Tough Cheer from upstairs. But he needs to move, and he needs to move soon, and he is moving. He's coming towards Schneider. Schneider falling, and he's seeing the diffuser. Tough Cheer amazingly playing this from upstairs, staying in Consul's office, just waiting for a mistake from his enemy players. He's not being cleared out. That hatch will be open, and with that hatch that should secure their rounds in Raptors' eyes, he will be able to come in, snatch 2 kills, and bring this 2v3 to Raptors amazingly able, or amazingly not able to pick up that lobby round, which, like I said, is surprising. You're mostly able to pick up garage and not lobby, but okay. Maybe YBK has found how they need to play their defense on Consulate. Which in my opinion isn't how you normally should play this. It's a really risky play because it's really hard to defend that second side in the lobby. But okay, if you're going to do that, if it works, sure. It's not stupid if it works. Jesus on a pulse. Buck coming out for Flawless. Turkebi, Hibana, Zofia, Thermite, and that set Buck on the attacking side. Mute, Pulse, Jäger, Castle, Smoke for the defense. I'm actually not seeing... We're not seeing one of the year 1, 2 or further on operators. We're seeing the OG squad. Castle, Jäger, Mute, Smoke and Pulse. Consul's office going in for Raptor. They still have that 1 round lead. They are still trying to secure that lead further on. The question is, how long is this going to work? Because YBK's seen we can win 2 rounds in defending, we can also win rounds while attacking. They just need to start winning those rounds. Schneider at least getting 1 drone taken care of.
10 seconds remaining.
And the setup should be finished right now.
To insertion.
Like that, Jesus on the pulse trying to get downstairs. Which, yeah, if you play this from downstairs, you can do so many things as the pulse. Because you can just try to use your C4 and get a kill from downstairs. Maybe even the kill onto the diffuser. Keeping an eye on Jesus will be important for not only me, but also the attacking team on the YBK side. Sebster now rappelling upstairs, so is Fox. They've got Sibi still downstairs. Flawless trying to make his way around Jesus completely in the basement. Will not find any friends there. The attacking team now slowly coming upstairs. X-Bane as a castle, and there's this 1 player to his window. We amazingly will not be able to hit him. But Jesus will. Jesus finding that first kill onto Zibi. Immediately running upstairs to the second floor again. He's on 25 HP. Don't know if they are going to try and reset him immediately. But he's staying alive for now, and he's got the first kill. Sebster now on the Doka AB. Still on the side of the wall, and Wester will come around. And you can't play that long with Wester. Wester will immediately find the headshot and bring this all down to a 3v5. Fox still upstairs, Flawless together with Tofchio on the stairs. And like that, this attack will go one way. Apparently. They aren't trying to split it up, are they? No, Fox is actually splitting up from... No, he's at the stairs. Tofchio still going downstairs. They know Jesus was downstairs at some point. He isn't right now, so Tofchio is just splitting off of his team. And if he dies against Jesus, who's coming from above him, they are losing that diffuser. But Tofchio coming outside, Jesus being ripped to pieces. Wester finding the kill against Flawless, but this is at least now a 4v2. Still winnable for both sides. The diffuser still in the hands of Tofchio. Fox also alive, missing one flashbang, but staying alive at least. Most of their enemy players now at the staircase, just waiting on Fox to come up. Penguin walking around. Tofchio going right in his trap, because Penguin is just waiting for Tofchio to move around the corner. And yes, head will be seen, but it won't be it. Tofchio getting the headshot against Penguin, will stay alive with a quarter of his health taken away. Schneider being the next player who will spot Tofchio, but he will not do any damage, and he's still got Fox coming from below. Tofchio completely alone, completely separated from Fox. Fox coming up, Wester will take him out. 1v3 for Tofchio, finding at least Schneider, but he will be taken care of by Pegspin, who will bring this all to a 4-2 for Raptors. Raptors staying alive in the game. Oh, and are one round away from their also beloved match point. YBK now in need of 4 rounds in a row. If they can win 4 rounds in a row, 4 rounds flawlessly executed against the team of Raptors, they bring this to a match win for them, and they won't even go into overtime. Thing is, if they can't, well, if they lose 1 round, this is the overtime at least. That's the best thing YBK can do at that point. If they lose 2 rounds, Raptors will take this all to a 6-2. So, Bakibana, Zofia, Glass, Thermite going in for the attacking side. We still have the Echo, the Pulse, the Jaeger, the Castle, the Smoke for the defenders. And the lobby press room, which, yes, is the one side YBK was able to defend next to the consul's office, is also the most, the hardest side to defend. But if Raptor can do this, they bring this to an overtime at least. They get the match point. The thing is, YBK, even though they won, had a really close round of their hands. They had a 2v2 till the end. This really isn't the best round to try and defend. Penguin still on that Echo. He's got 2 yokais and he's trying to utilize those yokais to stall it out long enough to win the round without even getting kills, which is basically a description for Echo. Use your yokais to win rounds without doing anything. And now the round commences. Wester still upstairs. Probably also got a hole right there. No, he actually doesn't, but that hatch is open. Backspin right beside him. Mr. Sebster now slowly trying to move in from downstairs. He's got 1 drone already in, and Flawless finding the first kill against Wester. That's the Smoke completely out of the game. Tofchio getting the next kill against Schneider. And this is now already a 5v3 and looking pretty promising for YBK. Or not even 1 minute into the round, 40 seconds into the round, and they already get 2 kills. Now it's all onto Pegspin, Penguin, and Jesus, who need to win this in a 5v3. Buck coming in from behind to the B side. Won't be faced till now, but his position should be pretty clear. Fox using his drone to try and spot the enemy players right here in the bathroom. Thing is, there's someone in the bathroom, and that is Penguin. Penguin will not be spotted anytime soon, because that drone's up. He's got players to his side, and he won't be spotted. But he will actually see Zibby on that Zephyr, who's slowly trying to walk in. Zibby already on the B side, diffuser on Fox. Fox needs to try and get to the side as soon as possible. Penguin losing one yokai, but is now trying to get the kills. Mr. Sapstar getting a kill against Penguin, flawless. Another one against Paxman. Jesus, the last player alive. Now in a 1v4, getting at least the first kill, but needs to try and find 4 kills more to defuse the diffuser. What are they doing with the diffuser? I think they are defusing it. Flawless at least dropped to the ground, will be taken care of by Jesus, who's now on 25 HP, a quarter of his health. 1v3 still. 3 players to go. And he's got no way of doing this, has he? This will be the 4-3 for YBK. If by some miracle Jesus can't win. If by some miracle YBK won't be able to win this, I'd be surprised. But Fox coming around the corner, finding that kill against Jesus, who was already defusing for long enough. And like that, this will be the 4-3 for still Raptors, but the 3rd round at least for YBK. So YBK now with another attack against Garage Cafeteria. I don't know why Raptors didn't try to go immediately for Garage Cafeteria. I don't know why they tried to win this over Lobby. Mistake in my eyes. But I think they've seen Garage going horribly for YBK, and this is why they are trying to win, or trying to do the only side they were able to win next to Consul's office, which was the Lobby indeed. Well, 1 round left to go still till they can go to the Consul's office again and try and win this 5th round for them and bring this to a match point. Right now, they still need to try and win Garage Cafeteria. They bring up the Maestro. I've seen that at least.
Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
And it's basically it. There's nothing new on both sides. Bark going in for Mr. Sapstar. We've seen that already. The glass for Flawless, which he plays it apparently every game, because he also did that on Coastline. Of course, Coastline, one of those maps he normally bring a glass with. Not too sure about Consulate though. You could try and take a better pick actually. Like right now, they don't have any anti-utility. So with the bandit on the enemy side, how are they going to try and blast through those garage doors? Correct? There's no way. They need to try and make their way in with 1 player and get rid of those batteries manually. Would have really liked an anti-utility of Geo together with Fox now on his way to try and blast through the garage door. But, well, like I said, what are you going to do? What's your next move, Fox? Correct, walking away. With Geo on the thermite. Still trying to apparently set up that exothermic charge. And there's no battery on that wall. Hexspin, you've got 1 shockwire on your hand. I don't know what just happened there, but I think what they actually did was go in from upstairs, which I haven't seen, and take out those batteries. Which, I mean, works better than anti-utility, because now you've got 1 spot for Flawless to go in the glass. I am completely sorry, YBK, I was completely mistaken on your glass pick. Yes, if you do it like you do that, it will definitely work. Still at 5v5, but they've blown through the garage door. Paxbin getting that first kill onto Sebs there. The Ivana on Fox blowing through the public bathroom. Seeing Penguin, that's the echo taken care of. I just thought that Paxbin completely ignored the garage, the left side of the garage door, and that's why there wasn't a battery. But like I said, I was completely mistaken. Maestro, seeing those fidget spinners from upstairs, needs to reload, and that is not the spot you want to reload in. Still is reloading, and that reload will somehow be successful. Fox from upstairs, some of his pellets being taken care of, but not all, so he's actually blown through. Wester in a dangerous position at that point, but he's still alive. By a miracle. Of Chio on his way through. He's got Fox on the other side. Smoke's coming in, so now Flawless is trying to do some work with his glass. Jesus finding that first kill against Flawless. Wester trying to find the second kill against Fox. Fox still staying alive, but Wester will fall. Jesus will get the kill on top Chio, and now it's all down to Fox in a 1v1. Jesus, the last player against Fox, the last player on 25 HP, and Jesus is still on full health. Fox trying to get through. 10 seconds. It's not the time you want to deal with. ADS taking care of that flashbang. Jesus finding the last shot. And like that, Raptors will be able to take the garage for themselves. With, well, a start by YBK that was pretty promising. But after that promising looking start, went completely out of their hands. Raptors taking that garage side in their own hands, and well, with a 5-3 on their hands, not the best thing for YBK to work with. They need to win 2 rounds to at least get to an overtime. And well, Raptors is looking good. Raptors is looking really, really good right here. Which is even the more worrying for YBK. They've gotten 2 kills to start off that last round, and they've still lost that in a, well, 1v1 at the end, but still, getting 2 kills to begin it all and then still losing it is not the way you actually want to play this. But it's the way they had to play this. They will actually lose that garage against Raptors, and now Raptors will be off to Consfield meeting. Which still isn't the best way for YBK to play this. Because they've lost Consfield meeting with a huge lead on Raptors' side. If they aren't able to win this a second time, if Raptors is going to be able to win this a second time, this will immediately be the 6-3. Jesus now on the Legion, Paxbin right behind him. Wester also on the smoke. Either just setting up as the Jäger. And there's Penguin as the mute.
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds to go.
I think the castle is something we haven't seen the last time on Paxbin. So interested to, yeah, because he was playing as a bandit. So interesting to see that. Trying to peek out, trying to get a spawn peek, won't happen anytime soon. And the attacker side, the Doke, AB, Hibana, Buck, Lion, and the Jackal. 2 animals in their side, and I think we haven't seen Lion and Jackal from them in any time soon. Definitely haven't seen that the last time, and we definitely haven't seen a Jackal. Flawless now on that glass. Thing is, for the Garage defense on Raptors, they haven't done a critical mistake like YBK has, because YBK was playing with 1 player in administration, and that player in administration, Fox was it, together with Toft Shio, who was already also upstairs. Those were completely cut off from their whole team. And like that, yes, you are going to lose a game without 2 players of your team being with the team, being actually in a helpful position. Line E1D number 1 coming through. Still has one more.
Responsive user has been dropped.
It's not something that gives you too many informations. Flawless trying to get a kill on someone from downstairs. Sebster finding the first kill against Jesus. Fox with the headshot against Penguin. Beautiful execution. Still a 3v5, which, mind you, was the situation we had the last round, which was still won by Raptors. So, Paxman, Schneider, Wester still haven't lost anything, especially with Wester still alive, who's on 12 kills. Tofchio finding the kill on Paxman. Schneider slowly going towards Wester. But Wester will fall, and now it's all down to Schneider. No player actually even falling to the ground. Fox will be the only one taken care of. With that, that's 4 players still alive for YBK and a 4v5. Raptors not looking too good in that round. They could have won that all right there. But to my surprise, this round was, well, immensely in favor of YBK. So, yeah, it shouldn't have been, really. Consuls meeting shouldn't be in favor of the attackers. Not in that fashion. But it actually is. YBK somehow makes work of it. Attacks from 3 sides at the same time. From downstairs, 2 players from upstairs. Well, there's nothing Raptors can really do against that. They just take down 1 player, and that immediately in the end. Fox still on the Ibana, switching off to that Ash, which is sounding like something I definitely did not want it to sound like, but okay. They didn't bring a Thermite or a Hibana with them, so they don't have any heart breaches, but they still have something to deal with that castle barricade.
Defenders
On the
protect your
enemy
bombs
sands.
from being defused by attackers.
And you just need to be able to kind of work around it. Because if that Ash falls, yeah, you're not going to be able to get through those castle barricades very easily. Well, of course, if you reenact a complete boxing match with well, it feels like 100 melee attacks against that not reinforcement,
10 seconds.
barricade. Of course, you can get through it, but just takes a long time, doesn't it?
5 seconds to insertion.
Backspin, setting up his last barricades.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
I'm really hoping they still have a reinforcement for that wall, because I know they've done it the last time like that, but I would call that castle barricade utterly useless if you've got a just screaming hole right beside it. Because obviously your enemy team is going to come through that hole, which still is a little bit of a choke point, of course. Are you going to use that? Zibi finding at first kill against Jesus. Jesus on the ground. That's the ports taken care of, and now a 4v5. Pegspin on the castle, still waiting on anyone to come around. Penguin now slowly going downstairs, just setting up some needles. Grenades coming in. So those needles of Penguin won't do too much right now. But at least he won't get any damage done to him. Zibi from down below, trying to find any one of those enemy players. The Jackal on Flawless, at least seeing where that smoke is, trying to get take care of him through the ground. Wester somehow by a miracle still staying alive. They won't be able to find him anytime soon. There's 2 last ticks, and Wester at least seeing that bug. Can he actually use those holes to his advantage? Answer is no. Sebster from outside will use that window for his advantage. Take down Wester and bring this to at least 3v4. Pegbin going out, finding Sebster, not even taking any damage. Lion E1D coming through, and this is now a 3v4 with Penguin, well, at least on the staircase. Schneider seeing another player, still not able to kill him right there. Is right in front of Fox on that Ash, and Ash will take him out right now. 4v2, and, well, not the best way for, who were they? Pegspin and Penguin to actually play this. Penguin at least getting one kill, Pegspin getting the second one, but Fox coming from behind. And YBK with that able to snatch 2 rounds off of Consul's office. Surprisingly, and bring this to an overtime. 5-5 overtime. YBK still able to draw this all out to bring this to a 1-1. Well, Raptors just trying to get the, well, at this point then, the 2-1. Overtime. Last 2, maybe 3 rounds now of the match. We will be attacking Consul's office and meeting room. Surprisingly, in my opinion, they've played that 2 times in a row. Both times that didn't work at all. Would have gone for Garage, really. But, well, okay. Thing is, what has YBK switched off since the last time playing Consul's office? Flawless is now on the Jekyll. And coming from downstairs together with the buck on Mr. Sebster, who's not there right now, to try and take out the enemy team from down below. And that is immense pressure from down below, which you have to work around first. So, really, all Raptor needs to do, in quotation marks, all they need to do, is take care of their Jekyll. If they can get their Jekyll taken care of, they are free to go and should win that first round on Consul. But if Flawless stays around and finds those footsteps, I don't see a way to get around Flawless. Or win the round if Flawless will find you.
Bomb located by attackers.
Pulse still on Jesus. Thing is, Jesus didn't do all too much on Pulse. Because he got taken out every round immediately.
10 seconds
He's
remaining.
trying to stay alive right now. Maybe at the beginning of the round he
5
shouldn't
seconds to go.
walk away from everyone immediately.
Attackers
But
recover the
stay
diffuser.
with them
Attackers'
for right
objective
now.
is to defuse
Nope,
the bomb.
he's gone downstairs. And he's trying to see if he can find any one of those enemy players. He will be seen by one drone and immediately run downstairs, which was a mistake last time he did that. Was trying to combine this and that, which doesn't really work, does it? What since now hasn't worked is Jesus playing downstairs in the basement, but he's trying now. He's trying his hardest to make this work once. He hasn't been spotted by any drones, but Flawless is coming out with his drone right now, which will actually not be able to see anyone, because he will stop that too early on. Jesus still hidden. Some damage taken done against Pegspin. Pegspin still on half of his health. Still staying alive and kicking. Sebster jumping through that first window. Now Jesus seems to get some company, because there's another drone coming around the corner. And Jesus is waiting for another player, but if he's seen by a drone, well, he needs to now change positions. And while he's changing positions, this might be the shot for Flawless to try and find his footsteps, which he definitely will. Jesus now in the worst position he can be in, because his footsteps should be seen anytime soon, actually. Yes, there it is. What are you going to do, Jesus? What is your play right now? In my opinion, as soon as he was spotted, he should have run upstairs. Just so, if his footsteps were actually found, that wouldn't do too much harm. Right now, he's been hunted by all 5 enemy players. He's at least able to take down Flawless. But Tofchio will get the kill against Jesus and bring this to a 4v4. Still, Flawless will fall, so there's at least one bright side to the whole situation. Get one player down, and that is the player I mentioned the last time you should immediately take care of. Flawless will fall, and like that, there's no one trying to find the enemy team from downstairs. Zibby actually doing some harm to himself with those concussion nades. Pegspin not even getting concussed at all. There's one player on the staircase at the barn on Fox. Fox getting one kill. He's already inside. Wester finding the kill against Zibby. Wester being taken out immediately. Fox still on low health, but he's alive. Other went Pegspin, who's now down on the ground. Penguin now in a 1v2 if he can't pick up Pegspin. Fox still, like I said, on 5 HP. 8 seconds left to go. Diffuser on Mr. Zepster, who will now plant that diffuser. And now it's time for Penguin to win a 2v1. He will at least see Zepster get that kill! And the diffuser isn't even planted! Amazing plays from him! Amazingly done! I didn't even see that as a possibility for him. But yeah, if just half of that wall is open that wall up with one of your impacts and get that kill. Of course the Hibana isn't going to look at you. He isn't going to expect that. Amazingly done by Penguin. Just clutching a 1v2 right there, right here. Doesn't even need to defuse the diffuser. 6-5, overtime match point. Lobby press now for YBK. It worked the first time, but it looked dodgy. Maybe this will work the second time. It doesn't matter if it looks dodgy the second time. If it works, it works. Echo, Jäger, Dog, Pulse, Legion now on YBK. And what I like about overtimes right now in the newest season is that at least you get one of the... You get a nostalgic feeling, don't you? Because, well, overtimes still run like the normal matches used to. You still have the immediate switch after you lose a round. To be fair, yes, you don't have the 2-round break after every side you've won, but seeing that you're just playing twice really doesn't matter, does it? But oh well. Raptors now on a 6-5. They've got the 1-round lead and they are trying to take this match point right here. Question is, can they do it? Flawless now on the holes. Flawless is playing as a roamer, playing as what he was hunting the last time. Maybe this will still work. Of Cheer upstairs as the Legion is not alone, he's got Fox with him. Flawless already slowly going up. Zibby and Zepster, the only 2 players now on these sides. Zibby now important, in my opinion, playing as the dog, not taking the... Was he alibi the last time they defended this? I'm not too sure, but I think so. Maybe getting some shots as well. Okay, AB first logic bomb gone out. He's now down in the basement, but we'll soon notice that there's no one around to hear. Not see. Tough Chiung taken care of by Pegspin. Pegspin just running in, finding him barely alive. Opening that window and finding that kill. 4v5, still 2 players upstairs. One of those Flawless, who's waiting on anyone to come around. And the other one Fox. Got a little kill hole. I know I've called everything a kill hole the last time or today, but this now really is a kill hole. Zibby amazingly getting a kill from outside, finding at least the Capitao, still staying alive. Fox together with Flawless. Flawless trying to see a heartbeat of anyone from outside. Pegspin already in the meeting room, finding that next yokai, and that next yokai will give away his position. Pegspin needs to be careful, will be stunned immediately. Jesus finding the kill against Zibby. Question is, will Pegspin be pushed? Zepster taking care of Jesus. This is now 3v3. Pegspin still alive upstairs, still alive and kicking. There's just one player on the side. And Penguin is trying to find him. He's behind that piano and on his drone. Penguin not finding the kill till now. Mr. Zepster at least seeing him and is now going to be able to react. His head now seen by Penguin. Pegspin also getting downstairs right now, but Zepster only on half of his health. Needs to be careful because there's still 2 players trying to attack him. Question is, what are Fox and Flawless doing at that point? Answer is, Flawless is downstairs in the basement trying to get a C4, taking care of everything, and Fox is down on the main stairs. Flawless coming from behind, at least taking care of Pegspin. Pegspin! And Fox at least on the B side. 2v2. The diffuser trying to be planted, but Flawless finding 1c4 to take care of that diffuser, and Penguin still alive. 1v1 now against Flawless. Flawless downstairs in the basement, at least trying to see where Penguin is planting that diffuser. He will see him, UMP in his hands, won't be able to get the kill right now. Penguin planting the diffuser, and now Flawless needs to react. Penguin still alive, and he knows Flawless is down in the basement. Flawless coming up right now. And Penguin getting outside immediately. He's got time to ripple up. Flawless is probably going to see if he can find his enemy outside repelling. And he will. And he's finding that kill. A headshot onto Penguin. Wasn't even in need of a headshot with the HP Penguin head. But that headshot will go through. And with that, the defuse will go through by Flawless. Flawless clutching a 1v1 clutch and getting this to the 6-6. Nice play by him with that first C4, getting the job done immediately to get at least the diffuser out of the enemy's hands. And after that, I mean, yes, he wasn't able to win the round, but to decline that second diffuser. But he was at least able to win the round as a whole. Now, pick phase for Raptors, who now need to go to Garage Cafeteria. They had a really close, 12th round right there. And are now trying to win the 13th round. Whoever wins this 13th round will win this last map Consulate and bring the best of two to an end. Question is, will we see a 1-0 or will we see a 1 both? A draw in general. Sophia now on Zibby. He's got the Jekyll on Flawless. Tufchi on the Thermite. Hibana on Fox. Will the Jekyll do that much work now that they are in the garage? Because, yeah, last time you pick the Jekyll, you see footsteps, you try and get the kills onto people who are above you. Now, well, it should be easier actually, seeing that now you've got a Buck getting taking care of every floor right in front of you. It should be really easy for you to find those kills. Because, well, if you open up a hole to on the floor, you have huge room to look at your enemy players. If you open up a hole to the roof, you will only see players who are right above that hole. It makes sense if you think about it. So it should be easier for Flawless to run around as the Jekyll to try and get kills. Question is, will the Jekyll be what saves them in the end? Western now on the Vigil. Of course you can try and counter that Jekyll with a Kavera, but you're not playing Kavera in, well, serious matches, are you? You shouldn't. Wester is still on that Vigil, trying to make use of everything he's got. Schneider in the chamber as the Jäger. Wester at least finding Zibby. But it's also on 25 HP. And Schneider, he is the players left and right to him. Mr. Sepster now slowly going in. Schneider right behind him. Should have heard him coming in. Will find that kill and bring it to a 5v3. Jesus finding the next kill. And now Fox and Flawless in a 2v4. Flawless at least finding the kill against Schneider. Fox now in the console office trying to take care of Wester. Wester who's already downstairs, so Fox will not be able to find anything. Thing is, Flawless is now completely alone. So Fox needs to come around pretty quickly. Well, he still has 2 minutes, which is a lot. He should try and get around to his position at some point. Flawless still in his shotgun, trying to make work. Trying to find if he can see anyone downstairs. Someone going up the stairs. It is Jesus who is immediately getting down again. Ibana on Fox with one drone already in the A side. Will not see anyone. The Vigil right there in the office. Fox slowly trying to get in. Flawless still from upstairs. A 2v4. If they can't win this, this will be the 2-0 for Raptors. Flawless is the one player that needs to take care of the diffuser. He needs to take the diffuser and plant it, no matter what Fox does right here. If Flawless dies, Fox has to walk all the way around to that diffuser. So the question is, what is Flawless going to do? Flawless finding that first kill onto Pack Spin. A 3v2 now ensuing. The Echo on Penguin also spotted by the Hibana. Hibana now dying, and now it's all down to Flawless, who needs to try and win a 1v3. He has no way of doing anything else than winning. Can't lose this. He really needs to win. 1v3. Wester on nearly the same HP as Flawless. This still will not save him because there's 2 players on 100 HP and 1 coming from behind. Jesus, finding the last kill. 7-6. GG, well played indeed. Both games incredibly close. On Coastline, just 1 round. 1 round is giving Raptors the win on Coastline. And on Consulate, we are going into an overtime to a 7-6. Perfectly played by both teams, who were able to actually win this whole game.